Imagine a land where two great rivers flow. These rivers are the Tigris and the Euphrates. They cradle a fertile valley. This is Mesopotamia, the land between the rivers. It is a land of scorching sun and fertile soil. This is where civilization, as we know it, began. Mesopotamia is located in the Middle East, where Iraq is today. The rivers provided life. They brought water for crops and transportation for people. This made Mesopotamia a desirable place to live. It attracted people from far and wide. People began settling in Mesopotamia over 10,000 years ago. They were farmers. They learned to grow crops like barley and wheat. They domesticated animals like sheep and goats. This allowed them to settle in one place.
As farming became more efficient, people produced more food. This led to population growth. Villages grew into towns and towns into cities. One such city was Uruk, a bustling center of trade and culture. It was a marvel of its time, with towering temples and bustling marketplaces.
Imagine a world without writing. How would we record our thoughts and stories? The Mesopotamians solved this problem by inventing writing. They developed a system called cuneiform.
Cuneiform used wedge-shaped marks pressed into clay tablets. These marks represented syllables and words. With cuneiform, the Mesopotamians recorded their history, laws, and even literature. This invention was a turning point in human history. It allowed knowledge to be preserved and shared like never before.
The Sumerians were also skilled mathematicians and astronomers. They developed a base 60 number system. We still use it today to measure time and angles. Their observations of the stars laid the foundation for astronomy. This is the science of studying the universe. The Sumerians were one of the earliest civilizations in Mesopotamia. They were known for their ingenuity. They invented the wheel, which revolutionized transportation. They also developed the concept of irrigation. This allowed them to control the flow of water and grow even more food. The Sumerians were followed by other great Mesopotamian civilizations.
These included the Akkadians and the Babylonians.
The Akkadians, under Sargon the Great, formed the world's first empire.
The Babylonians, led by Hammurabi, are famous for Hammurabi's Code.
This was one of the earliest known sets of written laws.
It covered everything from trade disputes to criminal offenses.
This code helped to establish justice and order in Babylonian society.
The Mesopotamians were keen observers of the natural world. They made significant advancements in science and technology.
They developed sophisticated calendars based on the cycles of the moon. They were also skilled mathematicians, able to solve complex equations.
The Mesopotamians were pioneers in astronomy. They charted the movements of stars and planets and developed a system of constellations. We still recognize many of these today.
Their observations and calculations laid the groundwork for later astronomical discoveries.
Over centuries, many great empires rose and fell in Mesopotamia. Each left its own mark on the region. However, nothing lasts forever.
By 539 BCE, the once mighty Mesopotamian civilization had declined. Invasions, internal conflicts, and environmental changes contributed to their downfall.
The grand cities, once teeming with life, fell into ruin. The once fertile lands were exhausted from overuse. The great Mesopotamian empires faded into history.
However, their legacy was far from over.
Though the Mesopotamian civilizations are gone, their impact on the world is undeniable. Their innovations, ideas, and stories spread far and wide. They influenced the development of other cultures.
We see echoes of Mesopotamia in our own lives. Our system of time, our understanding of law, and our pursuit of knowledge all have roots in ancient Mesopotamia. Their stories, passed down through generations, continue to captivate our imaginations.
The next time you encounter a new idea or invention, remember the innovators of Mesopotamia, for they were the ones who dared to dream big and shape the world we live in today. Narrator, Media Group, sand dunes with ancient ruins, map of ancient Mesopotamia, modern cityscape at night with stars visible at its stock at it distribute_equally. Mesopotamia, the cradle of civilization, may be lost to the sands of time. However, its legacy lives on. It lives on in our laws, our science, our stories, and in the very fabric of our civilization. S1, Media Group, starry night sky over ancient ruins, Mesopotamian star charts, astronomer with ancient telescope at its stock at it distribute_equally. As we look up at the stars, we are reminded of the Mesopotamian astronomers who first charted their courses. As we turn the page of a book, we are indebted to the scribes who painstakingly preserved knowledge on clay tablets.